What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? Yep, we are good. We are good. We doing okay? I sure hope we're doing okay. What's going on? What's going on? I almost said hello to myself there. What's going on, Milk Hunter 69? Saying I'm late, sir. I am right on time every time. Okay. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing. What is going on? Jarg 1623. Are you gonna watch any of the fish tank edits? You can just see if we get a good look at the boxing fights. Yeah, I have watched a couple of the edits thus far. Well, I mean, there's only two out, so yeah, I've watched all of them. They come out on Sundays, so what has been happening is I've been rolling that into Oblivion Sundays. If you take a look at the end, the end half of the Oblivion Sundays streams that I do, you'll actually see that I react to the edits. And man, are those edits so good? Like Steinfeld deserves so much credit for those, because he was working on those things like a fucking he was working like a dog, man. It's crazy the way he was it's crazy the hard work he was putting into that stuff. Good for him. Good for him, really. Um, he's also just a really cool guy too. I got to meet him over the summer. He's just a nice guy. Um, but but um, yeah. So I watched them. We're gonna watch the one that comes out on Sunday. I don't know if we'll catch it live. I'm trying to figure out what's going on for Sunday because I don't want to miss Oblivion Sunday. All right. I want to keep playing Oblivion even throughout the fish tank. Even throughout the fish tank. Season, right? Season three. But I want to make sure that I catch the launch of season three. I'm thinking what will happen because the launch of season three, the season three premiere, is going to be at 8 p.m. EST. That is what I heard. I could be wrong. I haven't really looked into it or checked or anything like that. On Sunday, this coming Sunday. So what is probably going to happen is I'll stream for a couple hours. We'll get right into the Oblivion. We won't mess around. Okay, that way we get an hour and a half to 2 hours of Oblivion in. Then I'll take a small break, and then I'll be back for the premiere of season three. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to react to the season. Right. I'm not saying I'm gonna be streaming every night or anything like that, but I've I stream Wednesday, I stream Friday, I stream Sunday. All right. I was thinking I would add a Monday stream because I have nothing better to do right now. I ain't got nothing going on, so I might as well make a Monday stream. But the thing is, I wanted that Monday stream to be like a politics type thing, and I'm realizing if I do that, I can't just go on CNN or Fox or anything like that and just live react to whatever the hell is on their front page because on their front page is slop. Not that they produce anything other than slop, but at the very least, it's there's an article or two every now and again where it's like, oh yes, I could react to what they're saying here. So that's going to be something where I have to do a little bit of thinking, and just yeah, but maybe like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then a Sunday, right? We could do something like that. It really depends. It really depends. But the bottom line is this Sunday we're gonna do the Oblivion stream. Um, Before, during, after, whenever the Oblivion stream, because I don't know exactly what time I'm gonna put it at, but we will react to the third episode. I was told that I'm gonna be in that episode. I don't know, what my role in the episode will be. Um, but I'll be there. Well, I know what the role is going to be. We're still at the point where I was trying to be Sensei Scott, but I don't know how big my presence in that episode is going to be, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, and yeah, then we will take a chill pill for a minute. We'll I'll dip out and then I'll come back probably around like 7:30. The thing is, like, when it comes to anything like this, you can't assume that it's going to start on time. So when they say 8, I'll be honest with you, I'm predicting probably like 9. But I know we'll all be hyped enough. I know we'll be able to talk about a bunch of stuff specifically regarding the season as to where I will be able to fill that time. I'm the chief yapper over here, so it ain't nothing to me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. But yeah, you know. Anyway, Jeff Alpert says season 3 hype. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am very hyped. Jarg1623 says, sweet man, I'll check it out. Hell yeah, man. Go ahead. I created a playlist for the Oblivion Sunday streams. So, you can go ahead and check that out. JW, what's going on, JW? And also Rumham commented before I was even live saying Scott Tent. Yes, sir. I'm here. Thank you very much, Rumham. Vox_zone says, I'm so pumped for season 3. Dude, me too, honestly. Vic says, the gamers are rising now. Of course, dude, it's time. It's finally time. Wow, finally got here on time, says hi, Ecuador. Zachary Verrett says, I am driving and listening. Good. Just don't crash, man. Whatever you do, just don't crash, and it's all good. We are A-okay. Yeah, but I've just been doing my thing. I've been trying to figure out a bunch of stuff. Me being off work for a little while, it gives me an opportunity to work on a bunch of different projects and stuff like that. And I've been doing such a good job at working on the projects that when I finish one, I'm like there's a bunch of things that I wanted to do, and I'm running low on things to do. So I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do now? And I've actually returned to making videos. I have, there's like 4 scripts that I wrote and I got the narration done for. And then there's one video that I am making where it's going to be 10 pieces of advice, but 10 things I learned over 10 years of coaching, right? Kind of in the same vein as the 20 pieces of advice for 20-year-olds thing. I realized that like the coach that I was 10 years ago when I first started, when I was about 19, 20 years old, is not nearly the same as the coach that I've become now. And it's because I've learned things over time, and I figured I'd share that because it's I thought it'd be an interesting video. Fucking got mush mouth over here. But yeah, I'm just doing my thing, and I'm excited. I'm excited, I'm excited for all the things that I'm doing. I'm excited for season 3, right? I'm also excited because my boss got fired for sexual harassment. That's a big update on the working thing. The main guy that was always trying to fuck with me, who was trying to fire me unfairly, who suspended me for 2 weeks, and when I came back, he was like, this is your final written warning. We're going to issue that to you. The main perpetrator of that was sexually harassing temp workers that he was bringing in, and fucking he got bopped for it. He got bopped, and yeah, he's gone. He's fucking gone. So it's you see, here's the thing. I'm not preying on someone's downfall here, but thank God justice was served. That's all I'm saying. That guy was an absolute menace. I've talked to you guys about him, all right, many a time, right? And I was honestly like, don't get me wrong. This company that I'm working for, they can be some real like fucking dickheads, but I'm hoping like I was not sure if I was gonna have a job. I was not sure if I was just going to get fired randomly and then we were going to have a court battle over it. And you guys know court battles aren't just a bing bang boom type thing, right? It's not fucking you go in 5 minutes later you come out with whatever the verdict is. It's a long drawn out process. And it would not have been fun, So even if in the end they ruled like, "Oh yeah, that's wrongful termination." I probably would have had to get another job in the first place. And then like, it's not like it, again, it's not an instant thing. It's not like he can be like, you're fired. And then I'm like, no, you're fired. No, I'm not. The contract says I'm not. He'd just fucking call the police then, Excuse me. Hell yeah, that's most Americans' dream, have their shitty boss fired. Oh yeah, 100%, And I've had shitty bosses before, but like I've never had bosses that were out to get me. I've never had bosses that tried to threaten me, not physically, but like I took the summer off because when the summertime comes, work slows down enough as to where they don't need everyone. I would typically work the summer, but I decided to take it off because I knew Blood Games was coming up. And by that time, they told me that they wanted me for Blood Games. So I figured, hey, I'll just clear my schedule, and part of that is taking the time off, right? This guy comes to me, right, and he's like, "Hey, Scott, could you come over here?" Mind you, like this guy is not even my boss yet. He's just some fucking guy who's gonna be like coming in like in a month or so at the time, right? He pulls me aside while I'm in the middle of doing my work, and he's like, "Hey, I just want to make sure we get off on the right foot here. You said you're not going to be working the summer. Well, you might not have a choice because if you don't work the summer, you're not going to get unemployment because I'm going to say that you could have worked, but you chose not to." Literally that type of shit. And that's how I knew that this dude was a sociopath, like from right out the gate, is because the calm, cool, collected way he said that to me. And then the way he tried to hit me where it hurts in like a scheming way. That little scheming, that little trying to apply pressure, that little you don't have a choice because you'll be fucked and I'll be the one pulling the lever on it. That way, that's how I knew this dude was a sociopath right out the gate. And he only proved that further and further and further the more I dealt with him. Um, I came back in August. I came back in the beginning, yeah, like the beginning of August. And he just immediately was on that fucking weird shit. And he was trying to get rid of me because I spited him. I was like, nah, I ain't working the summer. I don't care what you have to say about it. In fact, you're threatening me right now, so I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna just, like, don't talk to me, dude. Get out of here, you know? Dude wasn't even my boss yet, like I said. Um, so like it's good. It's good to see that. And I do think God blesses me in certain ways. I think that was God kind of um I think that was a God-given thing here because someone like him didn't necessarily have to end up getting fired, right? Like I said, I've had shitty bosses before, the types of bosses who they expect you to do their work, the types of bosses who no matter what you do, it's just not good enough. You could have did this too, you could have did that too. But I've never had like those bosses were just shitty bosses, right? Um, they were just shitty bosses, right? This guy was like evil. This guy was straight up like a bad dude, a piece of shit. The type of dude that when we negotiated the contract, we got some stuff that he didn't want, and he got really fucking upset. And I stand up to try and shake his hand, and this is after he threatened me too. I'm trying to be the bigger man. I'm trying to stand up, shake his hand after we come to the agreement, after we get the contract, and he just stands up and walks straight out of the room without fucking saying anything to us. Like that's the type of dude that this guy is. And if I could name him, I would. If I could his Nah, I won't because I know how that weaponized autism shit works. I won't even name him yet. I'll name him in a little while, maybe. If I'm still pissed about this 6 months from now, I'll name drop the guy in 6 months. And funny thing, I emailed him before he got suspended, investigated, and then fired. Um, and he got back to me, right? And it was a cordial conversation. It's not like we were flipping at each other, but um, then, like a couple days later, he got suspended. The investigation occurred, and then he got fired. And just to add insult to injury, I went ahead and I emailed him again, pretending like I had no clue that he got fired. I was like, "Hey, bud, just checking in to see if there's anything else you needed from me for this thing. I'm going ahead and I'm getting this thing together right now. I hope you can also get back to the union representative as well about those grievances she filed. We gotta get to the bottom of that, bud. Yeah, so just let me know. Hope everything's going well for you. Bye." I sent him one of those because it wouldn't surprise me if he still had access to that. Well, I'm sure he had access to the email, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit if he had that like on his phone and he got a notification for it or something like that. Just a little thing, just a tiny thing, not a "fuck you, I hate you, you're a piece of shit" email. Just a "hey, I'm still here, bud. Hey, bud, I'm still here. You tried to get rid of me. Where are you now, huh? I'm still here though." It's fucking crazy, but yeah, like No, I do think God blesses me in many ways, and God blesses all of us. Not to make this into a religion debate, not to make this into a religion talk, but I think God puts you where you need to be when you need to be there, and when you are in that spot, as long as you're doing everything you need to be doing, nobody and nothing can remove you. Nobody and nothing can push you out of there, you know? And when you do get pushed out of there, or if you do leave on your own, it's only because God said, okay, this is where this person needs to be now, you know? I would believe that's the Holy Spirit, right? But, you know, I could be wrong about that. Like I said, I'm not a theologian insofar as like I know the every in and out of the Bible or you know, just Christianity. I'm more of a philosophy guy, right? Like I understand why certain things are. You know, so I'm not the one you want to go to with like scripture talk and things like that. But um, you know, that's something that I truly believe, and I believe that because it's something that has happened in my life where like when have you ever heard of anything like that happening? Some guy is like, oh, I'm gonna go at this dude. I'm gonna absolutely positively go at this dude. I'm gonna fuck him. I'm gonna fuck him hard. And then that guy who's saying that is the one who gets fucked, right? How often do you hear about that kind of thing when it's a boss employee relationship? Usually the boss is like, I don't like this guy. I'm gonna try and fuck him, and then the employee just gets fucked, and then that's that, and then the employee leaves, and the boss is still there for a while, right? Like that's usually how that type of shit happens, you know. But just the way my life has gone, where like it's just from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and I always seem to be there for like exactly how long I need to be. You know, it's always I leave and then like 6 months later the place collapses or like the friend group breaks up or some other shit like that. You know, um, I leave and then like somebody gets arrested for some stupid shit or something like that. I don't know, you know, that nothing like that specifically has happened, but I'm just giving examples, you know. I really do believe God has blessed me, and I think He blesses everybody. And I think if everybody here, all 101 viewers of you that are here, probably mostly on Twitter, I think if you really look out and you try to do the right thing, doesn't mean you got to be perfect. I fuck up all the time. I fucked up pretty big over the summer. No, not the bathroom bit. But like if you remain as like good about doing the right thing as you possibly can, God will work with you, and even if you fuck something up, right, he'll have something else waiting for you so long as you're trying your best, you know. Like I truly believe that, you know, part of the point of Christianity, you know, is free will and the understanding that like you know, you are being tested down here, and um you know, I think God keeps giving us tests where if we do the right thing we will be rewarded, you know. It's like it's kind of like sparring, you know. We're going from Christianity to MMA. When I spar with like somebody who's not as good as me, right? When I spar with somebody who's not as experienced as I am, I'll make it into a reward punishment situation where if I catch them flat-footed, if I catch them with their hands down, yeah, I'm gonna pop them, you know. But if their hands are up and they're throwing jabs to try and enter into range, and I know I could hit them, but what they're doing is a good thing, I'm not gonna wallop them, right? I'm gonna let them work, and I'm gonna allow them the ability to work off of whatever it was they just did that was good, right? And it's almost kind of it's almost kind of the same thing, right? It's almost kind of the same thing in a way, right? What I'm saying is I'm God. I'm God. No, obviously that's a joke, but um yeah. So there's that. Patty Druid says maybe you were oh geez, dude. My fucking I hate seeing my audio peak. I hate seeing my audio peak, dude. I can't stand that shit. I'm gonna move the mic away a little bit more. Audio should be turned down just a little bit more. But maybe you were the stable one when you left. They went crazy and got arrested. That's exactly what it was. I gave him something to focus in on other than groping women. That's really what it was. I gave him something to focus in on besides being a creep. And when I left, he just fucking cuckoo. He went fucking cuckoo, right? Um, Mouth breathing is a genetic disability. Are you saying I'm a breather, sir? Lexi DW says, guys, Sven streams is live. Who's Sven streams? Uh, you're like Nick, always falling back to car shit. Oh yeah, the way Sam and I operate, right? The way Sam and I operate is very very similar. You know, I think that's part of the reason why Sam liked me is because like for a lot of people, he definitely like people would expect him to be like all over the place and shit like that. And he knows when people expect that, and if he feels like making people happy, he will fuck around like that, you know? Um like it was funny. The first time I saw him kind of snap into character was when he sparred with Luis J. Gomez. I was the one holding the camera. I was the director. I was the director. I was behind the camera there. Yeah, I was the one holding the camera for that. And it's like he's just chilling, doing his thing, not like trying to put on a show or anything like that. You know, just being regular Sam, which is very similar to me, by the way. Like me and Sam, I feel are very similar in that way. And then out of nowhere, like bang, he just fucking snaps into it as soon as I press play, and I'm like, okay, let's go. You know. But yeah, you know, there's that, and then the way me and Nick kind of relate everything is similar in the way that like everything goes back to selling cars or real estate, and for me, everything goes back to MMA. Everything, no matter what, goes back to fucking MMA all the time. You know, so it's funny. It's funny. What I'm saying is, I'm Sam Hyde and Nick Rochefort. That's what I'm saying. I am Sam Hyde and Nick Rochefort. Um, that similarity is called debilitating adult autism, Scott. Damn it. Damn it. Damn, he got me. Oh, and that was Joe Butt Slasher. What's going on, Joe Butt Slashers? I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you in here, Joe. Joseph? Joey? I feel like it's been a while. Smart moron. Got any UFC picks? Nah, I don't. I don't even know who's fighting this weekend. Who's fighting this weekend? I'm curious. If it's a good like I've streamed a lot lately, and that's not a bad thing, obviously. I enjoy the streaming, but you know, I was looking forward to having Saturday off because I streamed the last 2 Saturdays. Saturday off, like this is a job. Shut the fuck up, Scott. No, but like I was looking forward to not streaming Saturday, but if it's that good of a card, if it's like really that good of a card, I'll stream for it because why not? Why not? You know, I might as well. Um, Scott, what if you isn't blessing, you're just bad luck and destroy everything you touch? Come on. Come on. You really think that's it? You really think that's it? Nah, usually I'm the guy holding shit together if I'm being honest with you. You know, like I'm holding my gym together with my bare hands right now, and it's not even my gym. When I say it's my gym, it's just the place I train at, you know? I teach almost every class. The only classes I don't teach are the ones that I specifically was like, nah, I got too much on my plate right now, you know? Um, if it wasn't for me, that place would fall apart. It would be falling apart, you know? Same thing with my job. I got suspended for 2 weeks. I come back and everything's all fucking out of whack. There's just boxes hanging around in the hallway and shit like that. The already cramped hallway, there's boxes hanging out there, making it even more cramped. Because that's what I do. I move boxes and shit like that. You know, I move shit around. That's I do manual labor, right? Um, and like it's not stupid manual labor. Like people assume all manual labor is stupid, and trust me, I'm not one of those there's no such thing as unskilled labor types, right? What I do doesn't take a lot of skill, but also the fact that I'm not a complete idiot makes the organization aspect of my job a little bit easier for me. You know, makes it a little bit easier. Makes it a little bit easier. But anyway, Topuria versus Holloway and Whitaker versus Hamzat this weekend. Shit, I might have to stream Saturday too. Oh man. Oh man. Damn. That sounds like a good card. I might be streaming Saturday. I might be. I'm not 100% sure though. I'm not 100% sure. I want to spend some time with the wife, you know? Fucking hey, you guys always everyone's always giving me shit saying, "Where's your wife? Where's your wife? Where's your wife?" The one time I want to spend time with my wife, all right? The one time, the only time. It has to be a Max Holloway card with Whitaker as well. Whitaker, a guy that I like fighting a dude that I don't like on the co-main, of course. Um some crackhead tried selling me a bottle of piss today. Did you buy it? How much was it for? Was it for a good deal? Put a bag over your wife's head and bring her on stream. I was actually during the 24-hour stream gonna have her come on, not literally come on. She would have been sitting like just off camera, and we would have had a conversation. I would have asked her questions. Well, not that I need to ask her questions. I know, all the answers already. But just ask her questions about like basically make it an interview. Almost just make it an interview. And then if you guys had any questions, ask her too, obviously respectful ones. Respectful ones. Man. Yeah, but that was a really like I feel bad for the woman who was sexually harassed. I hope she sues. I hope she fucking sues. That genuinely. I really, really hope it happens. Um and I hope that guy gets just the justice that he deserves. Meaning he gets the hammer of justice comes down right on his fucking head, right on his head. And you know that episode of American Dad where Roger flying elbow drops on top of someone's head and it literally just it explodes. I hope that's what happens. I hope the hammer of justice comes down on this dude's head and his head fucking explodes. You know. Um, we want to spend more time with your wife too. Hey, she's a great lady. She's a great lady. Man. Patty Druid says you shouldn't insult or praise people for genetics, which are immutable characteristics. I'm confused. Oh. I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about and talking to. Um, Scott, say your boss touched you too so you can get money. Dude, fuck. Why didn't I think of that? Dude, yeah, he touched me and that's why he wanted to fire me. He touched my butt. He tried to stick a finger up there. Tried to stick a finger in my pooper. That's what happened, dude. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly how it happened. All right, money, please. Money, please. Money now, please. Um, man, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Tonight's a Duolingo stream. All right, I've been doing Duolingo, and I've been having a good time with it. I don't know how you guys like it. You guys are probably like, "This is fucking boring, dude. It's fucking boring, dude." I don't know, but it's an excuse. It's an excuse for me. It's an excuse for me to get better at my Portuguese as well as my Irish. You guys are keeping me locked into that. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into that in a minute or two. But I'm wondering if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about, or if there was anything to talk about. It's tough. It's tough. Um, yeah, I don't know. Ask her if she really loves you while she wears a lie detector test. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do that. That's a good idea, Hi Ecuador. I think you're thinking with gas now. You're cooking with gas. Just have your wife come in burqa. That's not a bad idea either. I might have to check that out as well. We will. That'd be hilarious. She just comes in a burqa. Not even like an eyes burqa, but like the burqa that also has uh the fucking see-through cloth over the eyes. So you guys can't even get a good look at the eyes. That'd be hilarious, dude. Why Portuguese? So you can flirt better with your BJJ coach? That's exactly it, dude. That's exactly it. Um, man, dude, I feel like there was something else to talk about. I feel like there was something else to talk about, and I just don't remember what it is. I'm still waiting on the t-shirts to come in, the t-shirt and the neck gaiter, so that I can vouch for the quality of it. Before I start telling you guys you can buy it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's on my Teespring. You can check out my Teespring, and you know what? Fuck it. I might as well just pull it up now, right? All right, that's fucking annoying. Cuando yo te pongo al revés. Where's nah, yes, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So I have a Teespring. All right, this little piece right here was made for me by Jehovah, right? By Jehovah. This is the newest thing that I have, right? This bothers me, man. This really bothers me right here, the neck gaiter, because it should have this design on it, right? This design right here. Find God before he finds you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay. I'm waiting to get a sample of this. You know, I might as well click back on. I'm waiting to get a sample of this plus the neck gaiter in the mail. I don't know why the neck gaiter looks like this right now. There's got to be some issue. I gotta figure that out. But you probably shouldn't order these right now if you were interested, because I'm waiting to vouch for the quality. In addition to that, there's nothing on the back. I have to put Psalm 144 on the back because that's what everybody voted for. So you know, there's that. But yeah, I just want to see how the print on the front is gonna look, because that's the one that I'm worried about. That's the one that I'm worried about. You know. But yeah, so there's that. What else? I went on a woman's stream. Her name is CuteBot. AB did me a huge favor by splicing that, by cutting it out of the stream. She rolls with some people who are on Blood Games, and they met Letty and John. I ended up figuring out about her through Gooner. And he is basically the one who got me on there. I jumped on there. I didn't know what to expect. I had a good time just kind of talking to her a little bit. I did a little bit of flirting because, I mean, it was supposed to be a dating stream. Of course I'm gonna say a little bit of something, you know. But that was fun. That was a good time. That video, it's about a half hour long actually. That's gonna come out probably tomorrow. I gave the YouTube channel early access, meaning YouTube members. Because I want to I want to do something special for them. You know, the Patreon gets special shit, so I don't feel 100% like I absolutely positively need to give the Patreon every little early access video. And I'm trying to think of ways that I can give my YouTube members something special, right? And that's something that's a very small thing, but it is. Um, Ben says, "Sorry, where's Durbin merch?" That's coming. Don't worry. That's coming. When are you gonna sell custom nunchucks, shurikens, and katanas? I want to be prepared for a self-defense situation the Scott Sullivan way. Oh, dude, don't worry. They're on their way too. What kind of fish would you want to see on season 3? Says JW. And hello, chef. The kind of fish that I could actually dislike, because I couldn't really dislike any of the fish last time, you know. Even Cole, like Cole is just not a likable dude. If I'm being honest about it, right? Like, and that is, I feel, probably a little bit more noticeable with seeing him at ground level and hearing some of the stuff he says and seeing the look on his face when he says some of this stuff, right? He's just not a likable dude. And it's not like a malice thing out of him. It's more just that he doesn't understand how to be social, right? He gets a little bit too far into his own head about things, and it's not like a redeemable too far into his own head where it's like, oh, he just gets a little anxious sometimes, and because of that, maybe he needs a little bit of reassurance. Even that's annoying to have to deal with, but like, it's not like people are gonna absolutely hate you for it. You might just have some people who are like, geez, I don't want to have to be around that, right? But like, he's the type of dude who, when he gets upset about something like that, or when he gets anxious, he like gets angry and he starts taking it out on people, and like that's why I say he's not really that much of a likable guy. But even with that, I did not dislike Cole because I saw enough there and I understood him enough as to where I was like, okay, I don't think he's a bad guy, you know? I want to see the types of people who were like running around shooting people with paintballs in Hunger Games, right? I want to see like the worst types of streamers, the worst types of streamers, you know. I want to see like there was I think her name was like Xena the witch or Xena the vampire or something like that. Her friend is having like a mental breakdown and she ends up smacking the fuck out of her friend a couple of times. I think she did something else too. I heard something about like she threw her down. Nah, I don't think she threw her downstairs, but there was just like the types of people who would do that and film it and be like, "Oh, we're live on we're on stream right now. This mental breakdown is content." And if that was a fake mental breakdown from her friend, right? Then the type of person who would stage a mental breakdown for the content. You know, those are the types of people that I want to see. People like Mr. Based. I'm not saying Mr. Based is going to go in there to be fucked with or anything like that, right? I don't think he would agree with that. I don't think he would agree to that, right? I think he would probably go in there to fuck with people. He'd bring Josh too, right? I didn't know Josh and Mr. Based were two separate guys. I thought Mr. Based was Josh, you know, because I've only seen a couple of clips here and there. I haven't, you know, I had no clue that it was two different people. But, yeah, like honestly, someone like Mr. Based for guys, like yeah, totally, because those are people I'd have no problem, absolutely, positively putting through the ringer in like an awful way. And I like I said, I haven't been hit up. I haven't been hit up. You know, there's a very good chance I won't be on season 3. In fact, I'd say they probably would have let me know by now if they were gonna need me early season. So I'll probably just say I'm not gonna be on season 3 at least in the early season. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll get in later, but even then, it's like I'm not gonna be like, oh, dude, fucking, we're gonna get in there. They know all they got to do is hit me up and I'm there, but I haven't been hit up, so chances are I'm just not gonna be in the season. It's whatever, right? Um, but if I was right, I would want it to be the type of people who I could go in there and actually legitimately be mean, right? Because you guys think I've been mean to people like Letty or stuff like that. No, like I've been mean to Letty, but only because I'm like, oh, let's be mean to her for the meme because haha, like, you know, we're on blood games right now, and I was told to be mean to the fish, and Letty just happened to be the first one to approach me in front of the camera. So let's really make. I'm introducing my character right now, and my character is a mean asshole. So let's really be a mean asshole, right? There's that, and then there is what I would be if they called me in and they were like, all right, Sensei Scott's coming back. You know, those are two different things. Two different things, right? Basically people I cannot stand so that I could actually really, really add to the Hell House environment. You know, dudes that when I spar with them, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is Jimmy. I don't want to hurt him. So like, yeah, let's do headshots, and I'm actually gonna go for the fucking kill this time. You know, even with Greg, it's not like with Greg I was trying to kill him. We were just sparring a little bit hard, you know. It's not like I was trying to overwhelm him or anything like that. Like what you guys would see from me, you'd be like, wow, I thought Scott was a nice guy. Some of you would be anyway. Some of you guys think I'm like fucking the worst, but you know, you'd be like, wow, Scott was always like, he always seemed nice. I can't believe he did that to somebody, you know. Um, but yeah, Thrill Me says, Scott, I can't believe you were mean to Letty. You broke her widow heart. Her widow heart. Her widow heart. Yeah, dude. I'm awful. Um, Letty was negging Scott in the bitch tank. Me and Letty traded. You see, I wasn't gonna talk about that anymore, but it's my fault. I'm the one who brought it up because I was talking about like how the people I want to see on Fish Tank season 3 are the types of people that I genuinely would like to fucking bully. So that if I did get the call and they were like, yeah, treat these people like shit, I would actually be able to do it without feeling like a piece of shit. Therefore, I would not hold back because there were a couple of times where I went into the basement and Jet was like, yeah, why don't you just go up there and be like rude to them? Just be an asshole. Just be like fucking mean, you know? And I was like, yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll do that. And then I got upstairs and I looked into TJ's beady eyes, or I saw the way Taylor seemed to be excited that I was back, right, or some other thing like that, and I was just like, man, these are good people. These are all right people. All right, I don't hate them. I don't mind being around them. They don't bother me. Like fuck, man, I can't just be mean to them like that. I want the types of people who, when they're like, yo, go up there and be mean, they'll have to be dragged. They'll have to come up and try and pull me off somebody, you know, that type of shit. Just the guys, and not in the bathroom. They'll have to come up and pull me off one of the guys, and not in the bathroom. All right, and no, not Grape Escape. All right, maybe Grape Escape, but nah. But jokes aside, Scott hitting a spinning elbow on a fish in season 3 confirmed. Dude, I wish, you know. It's like I said, though. It's like I said. All right. Ben says, Scott, 5 shekels to read a Torah verse. I don't know. Maybe I should add that in. That's not a bad idea. Read the Torah. That's not a bad idea. That's a fun. That'd be a fun meme for like 20 minutes. But yeah, so I'll just say I'm probably not going to be on season 3. If I am, it's probably not going to be in the beginning part, right? It'd probably be in the later stages. That's totally fine, you know. I didn't expect to be on season 2. I didn't expect to be on 2.5, and I ended up on there, right? So I'm not saying like I'm definitely not going to, but the way I'm looking at it right now, they probably would have let me know by now. You know, they probably would have said something about, oh yeah, by the way, are you going to be available on this day or whatever? You know, that's probably what would end up happening. Man, but what else? I will mail you actual shekels if you do that. I don't know. I do like money. I do like different kinds of money. You know, I wouldn't mind having a shekel or something like that, you know. You'd have to pay me $20 to read a Talmud verse. I'll be honest with you, Bob. I'll be honest with you. The shit that's in there, I couldn't do that for any less than 20. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I was talking about I started talking about I started talking about Letty, right? And the only reason why I started talking about Letty is because I brought her up because I was describing how like, hey, that was all just like in character for the most part, you know. Me being mean to her on 2.5, you know, and even season 1. But yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to talk about something that happened last summer every time, you know. It's just it's my fault. I brought that up. Who could pull Scott off better? Sam, Jed, or Ben? I don't know. Depends on who's got the stronger hands. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Thrill Me, saying like the stream. JC said something. Oh yeah, Scotty Rockers like the stream as well. JC said Scotty Rockers like the stream. Thank you very much, JC. You know, Thrill Me says, Scott, it's all in good fun. You bring a sense of grounding to the show. Was there ever a moment you were close to being pushed to frustrated on the show? See what, like, I'm not calling anyone out here like at all, you know, but 2.5 there was a lot going on. There were a lot of people there involved, and not everybody really understands the time and the place to try and be the center of attention, right? And like I know the meme is that I show up to things uninvited and stuff like that, but like that's just it's not even true. You know, I was invited to Bitch Tank. It's just you know, the nature of my invite was I show up and I go in there at random to be like to harass the women and shit like that, right? That was my role. I was literally told that like a day or two before, you know. I've told that story before about, you know, fucking when they told me that. But so you have people who like they always want to be in the shot no matter what. And they're not adding to the shot in any way. They're just there and they're distracting from what is going on in the foreground. either that or something is going on and they are trying to make themselves the center of attention. And there was a couple of situations where things occurred that were not caught on camera, or they were like messed up because somebody got a bright idea about something, you know. Like the blood rave. No, it wasn't the blood rave, was it? I think it might have been the blood rave. I think it might have been the blood rave. I could be wrong about that, but I think it was the blood rave. Um, Fuck, I'm losing my train of thought now. Basically, it was one of the times we used the arena for a giant wave style attack. We took some stuff and we hit it, right? We hit it in places so that we, as the vampires, could go in and get it and use it. And the idea of this attack was supposed to be that everybody but Letty was going to be completely disarmed. All right. So Letty was going to have to defend everybody. When she ends up killing us all with our spells, we drop whatever weapon we have, and then the fish get to pick it up. Right. So it was actually kind of interesting, and I think it would have went down pretty well. The fish were told, hey, go to the arena, don't bring any of your weapons. Letty, you can have your spells, but nobody is allowed to have any weapons. Sure enough, they get to the arena, and I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was. But they found some of the swords that we stashed, and they took them. So like, there's one thing, right? It's people not listening or following directions, and then times where like you know, something is going on and it's being ruined because somebody else is like being extra loud in the background trying to be a funny guy, right? Those are the kinds of things that sort of like bothered me a little bit, right? And I'm not saying I'm always like tip top comedy shape or anything like that, all right? Um, but you know, blood games especially was kind of a way that I sort of like developed myself out a little bit in terms of like feeling a little bit more comfortable on camera, and then also just going for it. And then Bitch Tank was as well, right? Um, but like, I tried to make sure that whenever I was on camera, it was for a good reason. And if I did not have a good reason to be on there, if I wasn't part of what was going on, or if I wasn't filling in the background so that the scene would actually feel like it was populated, or if I wasn't doing a funny little gag or bit or something like that off in the distance, I was just like, all right, I don't need to be on camera right now. I'm going to go for a walk, right? I did a lot of just sort of skulking around during the day and even the night, just because I felt like that's what my character would be doing, is just kind of walking around, like hand in jacket, just like chilling, right? Um, and there were a few times I was able to do some stuff, I was reminded of the fact that there were a ton of times where I was caught just like sitting or laying in a random like weird spot. Like that kind of became a funny little meme, if you will. If it became what I believe the kids call a meme, a meme, right? That's what they call that, and that's actually what they call that in Brazil. They call it a meme, which is insane. But um, yeah, like it was stuff like that where it's like, if I'm going to be on camera, I have to be doing something that's worthy of the camera, and if I'm not, then I need to like fuck off. I need to like go do something else, you know? And that's why like I was hitting the bag a few times, is because I wanted to make shitty feel populated and I didn't have anything better to do. So I just started hitting the fucking heavy bag, because why not? You know, I'm Cage, the vampire, the half vampire, half human vampire hunter. I'd be training during the day. I'd be trying to keep up with that, right? Either that or just like walking around brooding on my own. There was one thing. I still get compliments from this every now and again. I went and back. I grabbed a can of Coke, and I'm standing around outside with it in my fucking thing. I take it out, I drink, I put it back in. That was something where I was like, okay, this is gonna be a good little background, like Easter egg slash gag, where like somebody will notice that, and I'm not completely and totally stealing the scene, but it's a funny little thing. You know, it's a funny little thing to notice. And people really like that type of stuff, you know. But like, getting back to your question, yeah, that was very frustrating because I knew how much work went into this from everybody involved. You know, and then also if I was having like shit that I came up with, or which had happened once or twice, shit that I came up with got completely butchered. You know, I wasn't like a writer, but I had ideas here and there, and I was able to implement them, and um, they just they just didn't work out because somebody else was like being like weird about it. You know, um, that was one thing that got on my nerves for sure. You know, that is one thing that got on my nerves. And like I said, I'd never call anybody out. It's not like there was anyone in particular who was like a repeat offender or the worst offender or anything like that. I just think that some people got a little bit too lost in the sauce in terms of the fun that this was, because it was so much fun, dude. Like, take me back to that 2 weeks, dude. I wish I could go back. That was so much fucking fun, dude. Um, I really like, if there's, look, if I'm not in season three, all right, so be it. I will fucking blow Jet's phone up, begging and pleading, like, dude, please, 3.5, let me in, dude. Please, because that was so much fun, man. It was crazy how much fun that was. But regardless, like, um oh yeah, I wouldn't like, it's not like there was one or more people who were always doing it. It was just situations where people get a little carried away and they forget that this is a production. It's not just us hanging out LARPing. It's a production. And because of that, certain things just didn't pan out the way that they were supposed to, you know? Um but yeah, you know. Like I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. I won't mention anyone. I don't even think I remember who it was. And if that person is out there and they hear this, like, please, I'm not angry at all. I'm not angry. I'm not like I hold no grudge at all. Um like I said, I don't even know if I really remember who it was, but if somebody hears this and they're like, "Oh yeah, I think that was me." Like, it's all good, man. It's all good, you know, but the My Little Pony jars thing, that was my idea, because the arc that you see, now we're talking about blood games in depth. Fucking A. We got to do Duolingo, guys. Come on. No, but my character arc, if you will, right? What I understood was going to be my character's little arc. Not that like I was gonna get an arc as in like that, like it was gonna be some huge thing. It was more just gonna be a little thing that you kind of see happen with my character. I was gonna start off. I was supposed to be introduced as this badass motherfucker, right? Half vampire, half human. I get to walk during the day. I am like totally. I'm all good. With fighting and stuff like that. And because of that, I befriend, for lack of a better term, the fish, right? The fish. Yeah, they would have been fish in that case. And I teach them the ropes of like everything, right? Not like everything, but of fighting and shit like that. That was supposed to be my character. And what slowly was going to happen is it was going to become more and more apparent that I was like a wannabe, like, you know how weebs are when they think they're going to dress up as a cool mysterious guy. That's what I really was. And there was slowly but surely supposed to be that reveal. It was slowly but surely supposed to be revealed that I am that, right? And it was all supposed to come to the culmination of um there's some English speaking vampires that I end up going and trying to broker peace between the vampires and the fish. And when I get there, the vampires are wiggers, right? They are some hood ass motherfuckers. And it turns out that like, oh no, I was just being made fun of because I was the one like weeaboo in the ghetto school. That's really what it is. And these guys still make fun of me. Like, that was supposed, it wasn't like my character was going to be gone after that, but that was supposed to be like the climax of my character, is like, hey, I know some guys, okay? We can broker peace between Shitty and the vampires. But you know, we gotta have a talk. Come with me. I'm gonna broker peace between you guys, okay? I'll be the mediator. And then they just absolutely start making fun of me like a motherfucker for like liking anime and shit like that. Um, and I was gonna start shooting at him and stuff like that. Like, that was supposed to be like the climax of my character, if you will. And we kind of sort of got that a little bit too, but it wasn't exactly as great as it could have been. It wasn't as funny as it could have been, right? Um, so you know, there's that. There's that. But anyway, what I was saying is the My Little Pony jars, right? Um, that was my idea, and I was playing into what was supposed to be that arc for my character, right? I was like, oh, you know what? I have a quest for them. All right. I'm gonna get some jars. I'm gonna get some glue, and I'm gonna get some what like Elmer's glue, and I'm gonna get some My Little Pony figurines, and I'm gonna fucking pour the glue. You guys know. And I had somebody, I forget who, I forget which fish did it. I think it was a couple of them actually. They got me the pony jars, and in the middle of trying to explain like what they were and what was going on with the camera in front of me, there were two people behind us who were just like roughhousing and like making a lot of noise and shit like that. And because of that, it just completely ruined the scene. You know, it would have been a good little side thing where it's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, why does Cage have My Little Pony jars? Like, what the hell? You know? Um, and I'm really proud of that, right? I'm really proud of that because I made Xavier laugh with that. I made Xavier laugh with that bit, right? He sat there, you know, and he started asking me about the jars, and unfortunately the camera wasn't around for this one. He's asking me about the jars, and I start explaining to him the intricacies of My Little Pony. And then I tell him about clopping, and I made him laugh. And that was like, man, that was a really good moment. That was a really fucking sick moment, dude. That was so fun. That was like that was a good moment for me specifically because um no, it was a good moment for me specifically because um like Xavier is the guy. He's the guy that everyone is like, yo, that is the best LARPer, that is the best, like he's so funny, so quick-witted, all this stuff. And the fact that I was able to make him laugh like that was like, man, that was a really good moment for me. I really liked that, you know? Um, sure, Scott, it was glue. Hey, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, man. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Fish Tank 3.5, Dead or Alive. You see, 3.5 would be nice, but it would be a little bit tough because we would have to wait a while. Because when season 3 ends, it's going to be November. It's not even. I mean, it might. Yeah, it's gonna. No, it's not even gonna be winter yet. We're gonna be like getting into winter probably a month or so after season 3 ends. And actually no, it's gonna be like early December. Bottom line, season 3 ends and then winter hits. So it's gonna be hard for us to be outside and have people sleeping outside. Maybe if they're like that would I did no that just I just don't think that would even work. I just don't think that kind of thing would even work, truthfully, truth be told, because even if you built something for the fish to sleep in, like that's going to be hellish having to be outside all day. So what I think, and I was thinking about this earlier today, you know, because I was like, I wonder how that would work for season 3.5. They could probably turn the house into a microcosm of what the season 2.5 map was. That house is big enough, right? Um, you're gonna see some things there. There's a big enough space. There is a big enough space there as to where they could have shitty set up inside, right? It's a big enough space. Um, and then there's other places they could have. You know, there's just enough room as to where they might be able to make it work. They might just be able to make it work, right? So that'd be pretty cool if they did do a season 3.5. You know, if they did, that would be great, you know. Um, it's going to be 73 degrees on Halloween, Scott. It'll probably be like a balmy 50 degrees in December. Hey, honestly, if that's the case, then fantastic. Let's run it, you know. Let's fucking do it. I don't know though. I don't know. Glad he felt like one of the cool kids, if only for a moment. Oh man. Yeah, it makes nice it makes nice. It feels nice to make people laugh, you know? And that's what I've been working towards this whole time is like I don't want to just be a guy who shows up and doesn't do like a good job and only does what he's asked when clearly there's more that needs to be done, you know? That's anywhere I go. I'm always looking to maximize the amount of anything that I bring to the table. You know, it's just I think that's part of the reason why I'm in the predicament, the situation that I'm in now with the people that I've been able to meet. You know, um, and yeah, sometimes it sucks because you get used by some weirdo and shit like that. But when somebody who's a good dude recognizes like, this is somebody who like they really do want to like help out, then that's where good shit can come in, right? That's where good shit can come in. Um, Indian summer mad nice. Help me, sir. Help me, sir. It is 50 and help me, sir. It is 73 on Halloween. Um, it makes good to it makes good to make people laugh. That's yes, sir, baby peach. Yes, sir. Oh man. Um, Gwidkin says yes. Christmas and New Year's were cozy in season 2. It was. I missed Christmas, dude. I missed Thanksgiving because I was sick as fuck, and I missed Christmas with my family. Because my wife donated a kidney a couple of days before Christmas. You know, I think it was like December 21st or something like that. She donated a kidney to her sister. So you know she couldn't do anything, go anywhere, or anything like that. You know, so naturally, I left her at home to fend for herself to go on fish tank. No, you know, her mom was here, helping to take care of her as well. Made the process of everything really easy. You know, it's nice having an old Brazilian woman to cook food. You know, it's real nice. She's a really good cook. Um, your character and Ben's were hilarious, kept me glued, and I didn't even like Brian. Did you mean your character and Brian's were, or like my character and Ben's character? I'm confused. I'm confused about that because like I liked almost all the characters. You know, whoop! I kicked an empty bottle. Silly me. There's a fucking water bottle that fell over and I didn't even notice till now. Um, what was I gonna say? 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 Oh yeah, like I liked Ben's character, and I liked Brian's character too. You know, Brian also like another Xavier seal of approval moment was when it came time for the mission with Van, where not just Vance, but when it came time for the stealth mission where they had to sneak into Shitty, um, when it came time for that, um, oh yeah, Xavier came to me and Brian, and he was like, "Hey, you guys are really good with improv, and we're gonna have sharks, but we need a couple of guys who are gonna be able to talk to the fish. So it's gonna be you guys if you're cool with that." And I was like, "Oh hell yeah, dude!" Xavier said I'm good at improv. Fantastic, fantastic. Like, yes, yes, yes. Scott, have you caught any of CK Tank? It's basically Brian's ex-girlfriend getting wasted off Watermelon Monster and 99 Peaches every morning at 5 a.m. That sounds sad. I hope she is okay. I don't really pay attention to her like that. Um, okay, I didn't know you were married to a Brazilian. I redact everything. Redact what? They are actually very warm, friendly people. Yeah. Nah, Brazilians are chill. You know, I don't mind Brazilians. They're cool. I don't mind them. They're all right. They're all right. You know, married to one, live with exclusively Brazilians now. Um, Scott hanging on Xavier's every word. Well, yeah, because I mean, like, think of how prolific he was in the role that he played. You know, so to have somebody who is that good at what they do say, "Oh yeah, you're pretty good too," you know, that'd be like if I went down to Connecticut and sparred with Alex Pereira and he was like, "Hey, you're pretty good at this." That'd be like, man, fucking great. I love that shit, dude. Holy fuck. Um, it also lets me know I'm going in the right direction as well. It lets me know that I'm headed in the right direction with this shit that I'm trying to do. I'm not so unfunny that people are like, we need somebody who's good at improv. Scott? No. You know? Um Baby Peach says, "Do you plan on watching season 3 live at any point or little recaps?" Yeah, I'm gonna live stream for the premiere, and it's probably gonna be like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. If anything huge is gonna happen on a Tuesday or a Thursday, I could, but the streams are gonna happen around like 8 or 9 p.m. whenever I do them. Except unless it's going to be like a Saturday or a Sunday, then I can do those earlier in the day. But I got to be at the gym during the beginning part of prime time, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it for there. But I will be reacting. All right, I will be live reacting. It's like I've said it before. I don't want you guys to think you can just watch through me. Obviously, I'm going to have it up on the screen. Okay, but you should be watching on fishtank.live and think of me as more just somebody who is familiar with the production and familiar with the not what it's like being a fish necessarily, but I've been close to fish in prior seasons, and because of that, I have a little bit of insight that a lot of the other people who will be streaming it won't be doing. So because of that, I'm not just going to be sitting here like watching with you guys, listening through here. I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking over my fucking shit, And if you like, you should be watching on the site, but also if you want to listen to my commentary, have it up in a separate tab or on like a second monitor or something like that. Um, showed you the space school. Watch it on Twitch. What's going on, man? You're just that guy. You're just that guy, Scott. Dude, I'm that guy, bro. I'm that guy. Scott, season 3 watch along gonna be cool. You're gonna have mad fun. Watching Fish Tank is the best. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Excuse me. Having dry humor can make improv feel like you're not doing enough. Yeah, yeah, nah, that's definitely it. Um, it makes people think you're being mean when you're not trying to be mean. You're just trying to be funny. Um, so that is kind of one of the curses of having dry humor. In addition to that, like if I'm being honest with you, there's a lot of people who like if there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who purposefully misunderstand jokes so that they have a reason to be mad at somebody. And I've seen plenty of that, not just with me, but with people in general. It's like if I'm obviously joking, whether it's a dry humor thing or if it's not, and you're the kind of guy who reacts like when I said I'm God earlier, obviously I don't think I'm God. The way I said it was obviously meant to be like a joke. I'm joking around. But you will have fucking idiots who sit there, they hear that, and because they want to sound cool, because they want to feel cool, they'll be like, "You're not God. You really think you're fucking God, dude?" Jeez, what an idiot, bro. Like those types of people. And there's a lot of people out there who are like that, where like you tell a joke and instead of them laughing or instead of them just being like, "Oh, I didn't really find that funny," they have to like try and pounce on it, because that's the thing about humor that a lot of people don't realize is that humor is permitted, meaning you permit yourself to laugh at something. It's not that it's not that leftists don't find edgy jokes to be funny. It's that they have told themselves, "I will not laugh at that." It's real easy to no sell a joke. It's really easy to no sell a bit of some kind and then turn around and be like, "That fucking sucks, dude. That sucks. You suck. Dude, that wasn't a joke. That was real." Or like that was a dumb joke, bro. And that's why like when somebody talks to me about comedy, not that I'm some kind of genius or something like that, it's like, well, this guy is legit probably just like too fucking stupid to do anything other than try to feel superior to somebody, you know? He can only this guy can only laugh at people he feels like are superior to him. If he feels superior to somebody else, whether it's earned or unearned, he isn't going to laugh. He's just going to keep trying to cement that superiority by downing somebody. And there's plenty of people out there that do that type of stuff. What's going on, Mr. Tomahawk? How you doing? Also watching on Twitch. Wow, this is the most Twitch watchers I've had ever. 2 people watching on Twitch. Fantastic. Thank you guys. Thank you. We're breaking barriers here. We're breaking boundaries. All right, we're breaking boundaries here. Reaching new heights. Reaching new heights is what we're doing. even that right there, like obviously that's a joke, right? That's a little bit sarcastic. It's a little bit sarcastic. All right, it's a little bit sarcastic. All right, I'm a sardonic guy. Um, nah, I think sardonic is actually what you could describe those people that I was talking about as, right? Somebody who is like a Rick and Morty fan type of person, like Shoju the Space School said. Yeah, they'd sit there and be like, you mean you actually think two is a lot? Well, actually, two is not a lot of people. Two is not a lot of people. I don't know why you'd say you're breaking boundaries there. That's hardly breaking a boundary. What are you, dumb? Those types of people, we got three, dude. We keep smashing that ceiling. We keep smashing that ceiling, dude. One more fan. All right, we got one more fan to make it three. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Jesus, Scott, calm down. I can't handle all this sarcasm. I know. Dude. I ain't got no off switch, bro. I ain't got no off switch. The Scott 8 p.m. Yap stream or the CK 5 a.m. mental breakdown stream. Which way, Western man? Dude, fucking Yap stream all the way. Yap stream all the way. Is this a mod meeting? Yes, sir. It is, JC. Yes, sir. Actually, JC, we've called you here today to say that we're going to be kicking you off the mod team. We heard about what you did in Tijuana, and as cool as we think it is, we just can't have that around because if the media gets to it, then we're gonna be screwed. So sorry about that, but you're gonna have to turn in your badge and your gun. All right, you can keep the gun, but give me the badge. Give me the badge. Imagine not having all of Scott's streams open simultaneously, listening to him on all platforms at the same time. Hey, and that's why you're a mod. Hi, Ecuador. That's why you're a mod. Oh man, we got to get into we don't got to get into Duolingo. Duolingo is just something to anchor to, where it's like, oh, if there's nothing else to talk about, if there's nothing else to do, we'll default to Duolingo. But we will be getting to the Duolingo soon, and we'll be getting to it soon. We'll be getting to it soon. Man, Zachary. Oh yeah, talking about CK. Yeah, I hope CK is all right, man. I hope CK is all right, man. I hope CK is all right, and I hope that she doesn't do anything drastic. I saw something by Brian. On Twitter, something about her like threatening to release nudes of his current girlfriend. Yeah, I hope she fucks off with that. I hope she fucks off with that. But other than that, I hope she's all right. I mean, I think if she was all right, she wouldn't be doing that stuff, so it's kind of all like, I hope she fucks off. Like, I hope she ends up being okay and she's not going to actually do that, right? I hope that she's able to like calm her ass down and maybe even apologize to Brian and be like, hey, I guess I should probably just leave it alone, right? Wait, so Scott isn't reviewing Gooner shit? Not today. Although I hit up a porn star to try and interview her in a bathroom. I'm trying to interview a porn star in a bathroom. Do a couple of bits. But jokes aside, yeah, there's this chick, right? Her name is Eliza Ibarra, and the reason why I know that name is because I saw a meme with her. Not a meme, jeez. Everything on the internet is a meme. Everything is a meme on the internet. What the hell am I talking about? I saw a picture, right, where it was this girl on Tumblr. I had seen this video a couple of times. She was having a major crash out. She was like 11, 12, maybe 13 years old. She was upset because she couldn't get a boyfriend, and she was just crashing out about it, right? And it was actually, you know what? Fuck it. I trying to make sure I don't accidentally click on a fucking porn link. I bet it's oh, okay, all right. Okay. One sec. You. Man. Mm, 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 mm. Man. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Yes, that might be it. That might be it. That is not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not finding it. I'm not finding it. But this girl, she like freaked out. Yeah, I don't think I'm finding it. I don't think I'm finding it. Damn. Basically, she freaked out about like not having a boyfriend and shit like that. And it was just like honestly like kind of a funny video, if like not very, very weird. And she would end up becoming a porn star, right? That's how I know who she is. Fucking. And I was like, you know what? Like, I wonder what that chick is up to. Maybe that's because like she was on the internet, she was on Tumblr. I'm sure that probably makes her a little bit more accessible than some of these other people that are probably in the industry, right? And because of that, I was like, well, why don't I see what she's up to? And she actually only has a couple thousand followers on her Instagram, but her Instagram has been inactive since what, like fucking, I don't know, 2022, literally a little over 2 years ago. So it's like, yeah, you know. And then her Twitter is a little bit more active, but she's probably less likely to answer me on there because she's got like 20,000 followers. But I've wanted to interview a porn star about the industry and about they themselves and what like makes them tick and stuff like that. I tried to do it with this chick who ended up like coming at me on Twitter. I knew it wasn't gonna work, but I was like, "Fuck, this is literally a porn star. This is like a started porn in 2009 and like went over to OnlyFans type porn star or something like that, right?" And it didn't work out because we were going at each other. It wasn't like I was like, "Hey, just question." It was like she was being mean to me, I was being mean back. Um, Excuse me. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna be interviewing a porn star at some point, even if I have to go to Reddit and be like, "Hey, could I interview a porn star?" And it turns out it's just some OnlyFans chick, you know? Because I don't want to just do an OnlyFans chick. I want to do a chick who's like in the industry, if that makes sense, right? Because like OnlyFans is not an industry like on the ground level, meaning like people who partake in it, right? Or not partake in, but people who create quote unquote content for it, right? But these companies and shit like that, you know, that are owned by an interesting group of people. You should look into who they're owned by. They are like it's an ecosystem. It's an industry and an ecosystem in and of itself, you know. Um, you guys trying to make up you guys trying to make up names for CK's fan base? Fuckheads with a CK, capital CK, psychos with a capital CK. You could go to a porn star convention. I'm not really interested in that. You know, that's I don't think that's the place for me. That's for sure. I'm not trying to support the industry by paying to go to a convention like that. Assuming you have to pay, but even then, I'm not trying to support the industry by going to a thing like that. You know, I understand there's content to be made there, but it's not the type of content that I make. I'm not like a documentarian like Brandon Buckingham is. You know, that's not my thing. And I'm not saying I'm gonna be like absolutely mean to this girl, but like I am anti porn, right? Um, Obviously, like I don't support porn in that way, right? I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like I've never watched it, not once in my life, never, 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 ever, right? Everybody's a sinner. Everybody gives in to their carnal desires and to their other desires. Carnal doesn't. I don't know if carnal specifically means like sexual or not, but like those desires to like drink a ton of booze, to steal something and stuff like that. There's people who like they have their issues in different fields and they're sinners in different ways and stuff like that, you know. But like overall, I don't support the porn industry. You know, I think it's bad in multiple ways, you know, for everybody involved. But um, you know, it's just it's stupid. It's stupid, you know. Um, there's like a bunch of people pretending to be Peter slash Brian and talking to her every day. It's wild gaslighting. Yo, that's insane, bro. That's fucking crazy. They need to knock that off. They need to knock that off. You know. Anyway, CK Queen, one of my favorites. Uh, sorry, I'm just looking around right now. I think it will be entertaining, but after seeing them on different mainstream podcasts, they are incredibly vapid and myopic. Well, the thing is, it's not like I'm trying to be the whatever podcast, right? I'm not trying to be the whatever podcast. I'm not trying to be Andrew Tate's podcast or whatever. I forget which one of them runs a podcast. It might be both of them at the same time, right? I'm not trying to be that. I'm just trying to get a feel for like what's going on inside that fucking noggin. You know, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a feel for like what the industry is like, and you know, I will ask some questions that are probably going to be considered to be tough, but I'm not here to like question every little thing, you know. Of course she's going to be like, no, it's totally fine, everything's going to be all good because, you know, like fucking like I'm a strong independent woman and I'm going to find a man who's going to really appreciate my strong independent woman mindset of sucking strange dick for money. Like of course she's gonna be like that, like, and nothing I say is gonna get her to be like, all right, you know, maybe you're right, maybe I should like fuck off with that shit, right? It's not gonna work that way, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to be that way with her. But um what I've found is that when you let these people talk, a lot of the time they will fuck themselves up in one form or another, you know. Like the dude who I don't think you guys got this one. He was part of the Satanic Temple. Just listening to him talk and talk and talk, like he made himself out to be pretty unlikable for one thing. And then in addition to that, like there were times where all I had to do was ask a question and just let him talk and not have to try and steer that question or like counter every little thing he has to say, you know? Nothing's worse than when somebody is bumbling. Nothing's worse than when somebody's like, you see, that was a really good question. I actually was told that that was a wrong statistic, and like, there's nothing worse for somebody than being that way, right? And because of that, like, if you can just ask them a question and they end up like that, you're fine. You don't need to call out every little piece of bullshit, you know? Of course, when I'm like, so don't you think it's going to have a bit of an issue with your dating life? She's probably going to be like, no, or she's going to be like, well, yeah, it has, but those weren't real men. Those weren't real men, you know? That's literally what happened back in 2022. Her boyfriend broke up with her because she was doing porn and his dad was judging her. His dad was judging her and judging him rightfully because she does porn, and because of that, her boyfriend broke up with her. You know, oh man, itchy. But yeah, it was what was I gonna say? Sorry, I started reading something before I was done making my. I started reading something before I was done making my point. What's going on, X dishes? Um, Ah man, son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. Oh yeah, of course she's gonna like lie and be like, oh no, it's gonna be fine for my relationships, or she's gonna be like, well yeah, actually I've had a couple of guys who have broken up with me because I do porn, but it's okay because those weren't real men and it wasn't gonna work out anyway, and this that the other thing. Of course she's gonna say that. I don't need to sit here and be like, well actually, I mean, don't you think? I mean, what makes them not real men? What makes them not real men? Huh, huh, huh. Like me having to jump all down her throat, no pun intended, for that is like is there's no reason for it, you know. Um. Anyway, one more fan says your interview with the vegan was great, letting him sound like a maniac. Abby has the same practice in letting someone talk. They let out their insecurities or insanity. If you're talking about with vegan gains, that was supposed to be a debate, and yeah, like he just got ridiculous. He got fucking ridiculous. And yeah, like here's the thing, when you don't talk, people fill the silence because people don't like silence, right? If you can get comfortable with silence, this is on the same plane. This is on the same plane as the advice that I gave you about eye contact, right? One of the best tools that I developed for dealing with people who are trying to fuck me over is a sociopath stare. All right, and um I have not for some reason the word dedicated is coming to mind, right? Demonstrated. I've demonstrated that before, like just my ability to just keep locked on, not blinking, just absolutely like not breaking eye contact at all for any reason, just sitting here staring into somebody's soul, which I'm kind of doing it right now, right? Obviously, I'm just looking at a camera, but like this is like having the ability to just look at someone like this, not even like with a specific face, just your natural, like your neutral expression, right? I broke the eye contact there, but um being able to do that is really good for intimidating someone, not physically, but mentally intimidating them when they are trying to fuck you over. I wouldn't do that to somebody just to do it to them, right? But again, that's something that I was doing to that boss that I told you got fired for sexual harassment. When he would call me into his office to try and frame me for some shit that I didn't do so that he could unreasonably fire me, he could unjustly fire me. I would just sit here and I'd stare into his eyes, and he would do that because, well, I don't know exactly what was going through his head. I don't know exactly what was going through his head, but people don't like prolonged eye contact in that way, right? They don't like somebody staring into their soul. It makes them shy, makes them a little bit nervous and stuff like that. And when somebody is trying to pull some shit, they will avoid eye contact specifically because they know they're full of shit and they don't want you to look into their eyes and vice versa, right? Because there's sort of a humanizing thing. It's also like oh, what if this guy knows? Does this guy know something I don't know? I better conceal my intentions and what I'm about to do and say and think, right? That's what ends up happening. Now, another good tool for you to have that is sort of on that somebody is like a bullshitter, or somebody is trying to manipulate you in some way, or you're trying to figure out if somebody's a liar, just don't talk. Just sit there and let them speak. You ask them a question and just keep your mouth shut. And when they're done talking, when they've given an answer that they think is satisfactory, if they are bullshitting you, chances are they're going to keep on talking, because what they're doing is they're not giving you the real answer. They're trying to give you an answer that you are going to accept. And this is something that you can actually see in, like, if you watch criminal psychology videos. I forget what it was called, but it was like three letters, criminal psychology. You can see these exact tactics utilized when they're like interviewing, interrogating suspects and things like that. They use the exact fucking same shit, right? They just sit here, they ask a simple question that doesn't require a 5-minute monologue, and they just shut their mouths, and then the person over explains, and they end up saying or doing something that makes them look fucking stupid, right? It's a really good not talent, but skill. It's a really good skill to have, being comfortable with an uncomfortable silence, because you find out that an uncomfortable silence isn't killer. It's not lethal. It's just an uncomfortable silence. And if anything, it's only uncomfortable because the other person's uncomfortable. And in your head, you're like, I don't want to make that person uncomfortable. But if it's an asshole, maybe you want to make them uncomfortable. I wanted to make my boss as uncomfortable as possible. So I would constantly interrupt them, right? That's another tactic you can utilize to frazzle somebody, is interrupt them when they're trying to speak, when they're trying to get their bullshit out, right? And I would not ever break eye contact with him. Even when he was looking away, I was just staring right into the side of his head, because that's what was happening. It would be like, I'm here and then he's here, and it's a round table, so I have to look this way, and I'm just like, the entire time, just like, here. He's not even looking at me, and I'm still just looking at him. And he knows, he can feel that I'm looking at him, you know? If you can understand those little pieces, it makes it a little bit easier dealing with bullies and things like that. It's not the type of thing you want to bring to the DMV or anything like that. You know, Nick Rochefort says, hey, if you don't want to get if you want the bureaucracy to fix your problem ASAP, come in with some nice donuts or some coffee or another gift, another treat for the middle-aged women that are working behind the counter. And you know what? See how quick your shit gets fixed, right? You gotta know when to sweet talk people. You gotta know when to pour a little bit of sugar on them. And then you also need to know when it's a situation where it's like, oh, this guy is like a scumbag piece of shit and he's trying to shaft me. So I'm gonna absolutely play hard, you know? I'm gonna get hard is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get fucking hard. I'm gonna get fucking hard, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hi Ecuador says neutral. Yes, my neutral expression. My neutral expression. Scott, stop getting hard and staring. You're scaring me, dude. I can't help it. I can't help it. Sometimes it just happens. Oh man. LOL in Massachusetts. See how quick you get charged for bribery. Well, it's not like you walk in, you're like, here's some donuts to help me with my issue. It's like, oh, hey, what's going on? I just happened to drive by a store. I got some donuts, but, I don't need this many of them. I figured you might as well hand them off to you because, whatever. Who cares, Like, I ain't going to eat all of them. Here, take them. Oh, by the way, you know what? I just realized I forgot to fill out my J24 form, but I mean, there isn't anything you guys can do about that, can you? Like that's the type of thing that you should be doing, right? Maybe even a little bit sweeter than that, but I'm just giving you the example of how you frame that, you know? Um Scott, stop staring with those piercing eyes. Into my soul with those piercing eyes. When will Scott teach us the dirty cop technique? The dirty cop technique. I don't, is that oh JCS criminal psychology. Yes, that's what it was. JCS criminal psychology. You can see the stuff that I'm telling you about on JCS criminal psychology. I didn't learn it from watching them, right? I learned it from dealing with somebody who does that shit, right? I learned it from dealing with the sociopath who utilizes all three of those tactics, right? And it literally goes like this: if you're having a disagreement with him or if you are just trying to bring something up to him that he needs to be aware of, he asks you to go first. All right. He'll literally call you up and say, yo, we need to talk later. And then later comes and you're like, oh, hey, we need to talk. And he's like, yeah, we do. Go ahead. Right? Like he is immediately trying to get the ball in your court so that when you send it back into his court, he can start interrupting you, right? So it's a situation where he's weaponizing silence, right? Um yeah, he's weaponizing silence, right? And he's weaponizing interrupting you. Because every time he interrupts you, he's not just interrupting you and then being like, okay, continue on with that point. He's interrupting you to shift goalposts. He's interrupting you to shift where the conversation is going. And before you know it, you started off talking to him about apples. 5 minutes later, you're talking about oranges, right? And then you try and steer it back to apples, but then he gets you talking about bananas and stuff like that. He has a thing for fruit. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. He doesn't like apples though. He doesn't like apples. That's the type of stuff that he does. So he gets you to be the one who's going first, and then he immediately puts you on the defensive, right? Um, and then because of that, he's able to dominate the conversation. And then when the conversation reaches its sort of crescendo, when you're like, all right, this is fucking stupid, like whatever. He sits there and he stares at you basically waiting for you to break eye contact, because when you break the eye contact, he's going to be like, okay, I got the broken eye contact. That means he's just going to let me do whatever I want, And I've literally sat here and challenged him on it, where We sit here, we come to a not even come to a conclusion, right? I just know the conversation is not going anywhere. We're gonna keep going in circles. And I just sit here and I'm like, all right, yep, yep. And he's like, okay, yep. And we just sit here. We just sit here looking at each other like that. And it's funny because when I did that to him once or twice, he basically like it was weird. The face he made, what he did, it was like he did that. Like he knew what he was doing there. He knew what he was doing there, and he knew that I knew what he was doing there, and I was doing it back to him. After a while of dealing with this guy, I realized the tactics and I started using them on him. And it made it a lot easier to deal with him, even though it's not like I'm constantly getting what I want. Like I said, this guy is a sociopath, so he's just gonna do whatever the hell he feels like all the time, no matter what. But like it's I can understand the moves that he's trying to make, and I can counter them or just be like, whatever, I don't feel like dealing with this, a lot easier. And they are purposeful things that he is doing because he is cunning in that way, because he doesn't have what we have inside our heads, where we care about being polite and we care about doing the right thing, and we don't want to make people uncomfortable constantly. He doesn't have that in his head in the way that a lot of other regular people do. um did he try to go in for a kiss while you did that face, Scott? That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, right? Trenbolone acetate mindset. I don't know about that. Man, working with Jet is really hard. Nah, Jet's pretty cool to work with. He's pretty chill. You know. It's now CK is going after Wes and Haley and just leaked Brian's phone number. Really? I'm gonna give Brian a call. No, I'm kidding. Why is she going after Wes and Haley though? Like they're so like peripheral to anything. You know. What has Wes ever done? Wes just maintains the website. What's going on here? You know. Um, try and throw them off. Try and throw them off with subtle face tweaks. That's it. Yeah, that's got to be what. Yeah, I'll just start twitching and stuff like that. Doing my facial tics. But yeah, like I could write a book on this shit. Like I could really write a book on this shit. It'd be pointless because there's already been so many books written on it in the first place, and you can watch a YouTube video about it. But like, I could write a book on like all these little like subtle manipulation tactics and shit like that. Because I dealt with them and I had to get used to them, and I had to know what they were. I had to know what they were, and in order to look out for them and identify them so that I could deal with them. And then eventually I was able to pick some of them up myself and utilize them sometimes, like I said, even against the person that I was dealing with. And I didn't get what I wanted out of that situation, but I think that guy probably realized, like, oh shit, I think he has a bit of a feel for my methodology now. And I did notice a slight change in the way that he was. And all it took was me not breaking eye contact and not walking away first. That's all it was. All I had to do was just, until he had a revelation and he was like, like that. So yeah, it was a funny moment. It was a funny moment. Um the way I understand everything, she disassociated in the spring while watching clips of herself online and hasn't been right since, like when Summer disassociated in the tank. That's pretty crazy. Hmm. Hope she's all right. Hope she's all right. One more fan says, Scott, why not write a book and give your own takes on this? People find you more trusting than some other weirdo who will steal your life story. I mean, I don't think like that is the thing, is like I could write a book on it, maybe I will write a book on it or something like that, but I don't know who would want to buy it first off. Maybe if you would, and I appreciate the hell out of that, but that's something where I have so many other projects on my desk right now that like if I was to add another one like that, it would be extremely extremely difficult. Like I'm trying to get stuff together for a Skillshare course so that I can hopefully throw that together, and at the very least put it on my Patreon, and if not, then put it on like Skillshare, Udemy, YouTube behind a paywall, stuff like that. Is he being a bitch? Does he want to, go? What an asshole, dude. If he doesn't shut up in like 5 or 10 minutes, I'll even 5 minutes would be a long time. But if he doesn't shut up, I'll grab him. I don't want you walking around alone at night. Even if you grab him, I'll go with you. Dirty cop techniques: start roughing them up and make them confess to something they never did. Okay. You see, I figured that's what it was. Add it to the fish tank store, dude. Honestly, if I write that book, I could get that. Like, it would be a short book. Nothing like. I wrote one book before, actually. I wrote a book. It was a philosophy book. I don't want to talk about it too much, although I might be able to talk about it at some point. But I don't want to talk about it too much. It's off Amazon now, but it was like 30 something pages. It was like really short book, really nice and short, yeah, like I could write a short book on manipulation and stuff like that. That's the beauty about Amazon, is like you can just get straight to the point with this shit. I have a buddy, he's a best-selling author on Amazon. Not like New York Times bestseller, but like in the genre that he writes about, he is like the top seller in that genre. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could write a short book about it. Just manipulation tactics and why you should use them and when you should use them, and how there's an ethical time to use them and stuff like that. Maybe I should just do that. How not to be a fucking idiot, dude, by Scott Sullivan. Hell yeah, dude. How to never break eye contact with some fucking pussy by Scott Sullivan, dude. 30 pages is a novella, Scott. Oh boy. Scott gonna go put his dog in the microwave. That's what's gonna happen. You want to pick him up? Hand him to me. I'll flip this thing down. All right. One moment. Hello. Take a seat. You want to do Duolingo with me? You want to do some Duolingo? Huh? Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Wave hello. Wave hello. He's waving hello. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, Snoopy Doopy. His name's Snoopy. He's a fucking asshole. Oh, but I love him. He loves when you rub his belly and his chest and stuff like that. The Prince too. The Prince too. Hey, the Prince's little brother, kid. That underbite is crazy. Oh yeah. It's like I said, he has the orc from hold on. Man. Oh, yep. Here it is. Hey, relax. He's an orc. He's got the orc underbite. Oh, hey, relax. I'm putting you down. Oh, good boy. Even though you're a bitch. I was hoping he'd like calm down, because I want to do Duolingo on the stream. But if he's gonna make that much noise, I should probably just take him. What are you getting him his thing? Oh, you're just telling him to get out? Yeah. All right. He's not being too bad, so like we'll see if we can get him to like start like not be that bad. I'll do one Duolingo thing. All right. So, we're going to do Portuguese because that just happens to be the one that's up. All right, and that's the one I need the most practice with, because I want to be able to have basic conversations with my mother-in-law when she gets here. She's not coming anytime soon, Anyway. So, use basic phrases. Lesson 1 of 2.
Eu tenho uma casa e carro.
Oh, carro. Oh, type the missing word. This is, I have a house and a car. Yes. Right there. Right there, kid. Right there. I am a girl. Eu sou. Hey, typical Brazilian woman right here.
Eu sou uma menina.
Type the missing word. So, this is literally the same one. Eu sou. Oh, a man and a woman. E. Oh, shit. Thrill me. Thank you very much for the $10, man. Your dog's Warcraft cosplay is amazing, but he's such a jerk. Oh, dude, he is such a fucking asshole, dude. He is such an asshole. It's crazy. I love him though. I love him. I don't know if that was the one I was supposed to do. All right. Hell yeah, I did it. An apple in a house. Uma. Oh, duh. Yeah, uma massa.
Massa.
E. Oh, you see, I thought the A had the line on top, but I messed that up a little bit. Uma casa.
Uma casa.
Uma massa e uma casa. An apple. Massa. No. Massa. At least we know he's not lying about one relationship. Rare Scott's dog appearance. Dude, I love my dog. I love my dog. Oh yeah, I have an apple.
Tenho.
Dude, I keep trying to type by mistake, but yeah, it's tenho uma
Massa.
You could do eu, but I don't do that because when I speak, I want to speak like the regular Portuguese speakers to the best of my ability. I'm not going to understand certain slangs and stuff like that, but a lot of the time they don't bother with the eu, you know? You see, another correct solution. Eu tenho uma massa. And I've explained this before, but eu is I, right? Excuse me. Tenho is I have, right? So it almost becomes redundant in a certain sense. This is the proper way to say it, but it almost becomes redundant because they conjugate verbs in the Romance languages as to where each or depending on who you're talking about, it's going to be different, you know. Eu tenho, você tem, yeah, I don't know what the they would be, you know. But like because of that, you can just say you know, tem uma massa, or like tenho uma massa, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, você tem uma massa. I need the expert, but I'm pretty sure she's taking a shower right now. I'm pretty sure I said that one correct though. Eu sou uma. No, yeah, uma, because mulher is woman.
Eu sou menino.
Dude, this is like way too easy. It's like right, the woman. Yeah. See, o would be for the man, a would be for you know, the woman, you know, gendered language. I have a house. Casa.
Homem e uma maçã.
E. Man. Homem.
Sou menino.
So they really want me to remember so. Oh, a house and a car. E uma. No, carro. Carro. Uma casa e carro. All right. My dog's not being an asshole for the time being. For the time being. Get whatever, bro. Use basic phrases. Número dos. Water. Água.
Eu bebo e eu como.
Bebo. I drink and I eat. I drink milk.
Eu
Oh, you see, again, I keep trying to type. It would be eu bebo leite. Eu bebo
bebo
leite.
leite.
Eu bebo água. Bebemos, bebem. Bebo. Bread and milk. Pão.
Pão
Pão.
e
Leite.
leite.
I can't remember what language it was, but I saw Duolingo trying to add gender neutral pronouns to stuff when it wasn't appropriate. Singular theys, when we know we're talking about a man or a woman, etc. Yeah, oh yeah. Not surprising. Yeah, hell, it's probably English. It's probably fucking English. You know, truth be told. You know, English. Look, the English language is the first. Like, a lot of this social Marxist bullshit, right? A lot of this like weird like race communism bullshit. It was made by and for people who were targeting the United States and just the Anglophone world, the English speaking world. And because of that, it's real easy for them to slip that type of shit into English. But with something like Portuguese, even though my wife told me and you guys a couple weeks ago that they are trying to do the same thing with Portuguese, there's for there's like for woman, o for man, like a mulher, o homem, right? And then there's a for, or like a for like gender neutral and stuff like that. They're trying to slip that in there, but it's not working as well because there's so many rules and stuff like that with the Romance languages that to try and slip that in there is going to be really difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's definitely possible for them to do that, but it's going to be really hard for them to do it in a real way. But with English, like, this stuff was designed with English in mind. It fits into English very well because people were sitting around thinking, how do we bastardize and how do we degrade the English language and the English speaking world? And so it wouldn't surprise me one bit to find out that it's English. It's English that was it had that slipped in there. It wouldn't surprise me even a little bit, you know. No surprise, no surprise. They're doing Latinx in Brazil. Sure as fuck hope not. Sure as fuck hope not. You know, suspiciously similar to Spanish. Oh yeah, like Portuguese. You see, the Romance languages are really interesting because it's a case study in how time and culture and distance will influence a language, right? If you pay attention, you notice similarities in words that aren't even the same, like eu and yo, right? The way some people in the Spanish-speaking world say yo sounds like yo, you know? And then again, like the way you say eu, it's like yo, 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 ew, 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 right? I don't know which one came first. I would assume it was probably Spanish, you know, and then Portuguese, but I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong. I'm sure the Spanish probably think they came first, and the Portuguese probably think they came first too, right? But I don't know which one came first, but really what it all comes down to is it's all just a different dialect of Latin. That's actually the theory of what happened to Latin. It's not that Latin's a dead language. It's that Latin is still alive. It's just you have the French version of Latin. You have the Spanish version of Latin. You have the Italian version of Latin. Portuguese, Latin, right? And it's really cool to consider that, right? But yeah, like these languages are so similar because it really just comes down to the fact that different like accents and stuff like that, and different cultures and just a bunch of other things sort of change the language bit by bit over time, you know? And that's what's going to happen with Puerto Rico as well, and other Latin American countries. When I listen, I took 7 years of Spanish. I have a better grasp of it than I will typically let on, right? And understanding reggaeton is difficult for me, not because I don't know any Spanish, but because when they pronounce things, they pronounce it so differently, you know? Like if I wanted to say displace, right? Which I forget what that word even means. I think it's like a then, now, later sort of word. I could be wrong. I'm curious, right? Let me now I'm curious, right? What is a huh? Later? Yeah, because you guys have and again, like another example, they don't say displace in Portuguese. They say depois, right? Yeah. Um, when you listen to certain songs from like Puerto Rican artists, if they say the word displace, they don't say displace, they say después or like después, you know, shit like that. And it's really weird. And it's like I have to listen like 3-4 times before I start understanding some of what they're saying. Again, not because I don't recognize some of the words, but because I literally like I can't hear if they're saying what I think they're saying. Um, it's just time, culture, accents, dialects, and um, just space between them. You know, that's also what happened to Irish and Scottish, right? Irish and Scottish are both yeah, I wouldn't say they're necessarily like alive and well, but you can learn Scottish Gaelic, you can learn Irish, right? And they're very similar, but there are a lot of differences in them, and it's because that one channel that sort of runs through England, right, where there's Scotland and then there's Ireland right there. They were the same Celts. They were the Gaels, and then just over hundreds of, not hundreds of, but hundreds or really probably thousands of years of them being separated by that channel, they developed a similar but still pretty different culture, and their language also had that change too, you know. It's really interesting to me. I find language to be an interesting thing, you know. Oh, il como pau. Did I say it right? All right. All right. I want to hear it. Bread and water. Oh boy. I'm gonna make the same joke again that I made to her last time, huh? Pão
Pão
e
e
água.
água.
Oh,
Eu
excuse
como
me.
pão e bebo leite.
Bebo leite. I eat. Eu
Eu
como.
como
I
Pão
guess
e
you
água.
can type. Oh, nope. Nope. This one, okay. Pão e água. When will Scott learn AAVE? AAVE? Fuck. What is that? Fuck. Fuck. I've heard of that. I've heard of that, but I'm having a hard time remembering what it is. Right. I eat bread.
Eu como
Como.
pão.
Pão. Oh, yep.
Pão e leite.
It keeps bringing me back to bread. All right. Eu bebo. I know repetition is the father of memorization, but like I think I get it by now. I haven't missed one in like a couple of fucking things. I think they can move on from fucking bread and water and milk. And bebo. Bebo. I eat an apple. Como. Another perfect. Another perfect. Learn Ebonics. Dude, I'll learn Ebonics. Are you kidding me? They killed my Juan More Fan says they killed my Spanish with that Latinx bullshit. Nobody likes it, and it's Zoomer made up bullshit. Then just don't abide by it. Literally don't abide by it, but then on top of that, completely fucking ignore it. Either that or make fun of it in a way that is actually like helpful, right? I don't mean like the Daily Wire, like, oh, we're making a movie about where you see we're gonna make a movie about men who go and they pretend to be trans to be on a women's basketball team, huh? And every joke is gonna be how stupid that is every 5 seconds, huh? Right? No, like not that way. Make fun of it in a way that makes it seem uncool, right? Make fun of it in a way that doesn't make you seem like you're just an out of touch boomer who doesn't get it. Make fun of it in a way that's like, wow, you really fucking buy into that? That's lame. You're lame. You know, that's the way you use humor as a weapon against ideological bullshit like that. Is you critique it in a way that is funny and makes it look and sound like an untenable or like a stupid position to even have. You know, a really good example. Obviously I like guns, but Jim Jeffries talking about guns. The way he breaks down guns in America is hilarious, and it's something where if you don't know any better, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's stupid." Like that, you're right. That is stupid. He makes it funny how stupid it is. There's no reason for me to own a gun. I'm not going to own a gun, right? If you didn't know any better, you'd think that way, right? And that's exactly the way that you want to be. Except in this case, anybody who knows better is not actually buying into that Latinx bullshit. You know, it's not actually working, you know? Anyway, so testing to a higher level, bro. I don't know, maybe I should. Welcome to this week's leaderboard. Where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? Promotion zone? Doubly LN. Yeah, where am I at? I don't see where I'm at. Oh, this is me right here. I'm number 22. I'm number 22. Okay. Okay. Dude. Ingrid Herbert. Oh boy. England hey bitch. England hey bitch. Ana Maria Zabala Kuspoka. Holy shit. That is insane. Yeah, shut up. Open. Oh boy. Oh boy. I did it. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is the end of the thing. Unit 1 review. Okay, we'll do a
Eu
Unit 1
tenho uma
review.
maçã.
I have an apple. Eu sou Oh, duh. Why do I keep trying to type? Menino.
Uma casa e carro.
A house and a car.
Menina.
Menina. Daniel. Which one of these is the
A
house?
casa.
A casa.
Homem e uma maçã.
A casa, baby.
Homem e uma maçã.
Hold on. Listen to this, right?
Homem e uma maçã. Homem e uma maçã. Homem e uma maçã.
Homem e uma maçã. Right? But it doesn't sound like it.
Homem e uma maçã.
It literally sounds like it's just homem, uma maçã. But I guarantee you there's an A in there. There's an A.
Homem e uma maçã.
You see what I'm talking about, right? It doesn't sound like the E is in there. And that's part of the issue with trying to learn a language, other than the whole dialect thing, is that, like, people talk so fast, you know? Like,
Homem e uma maçã.
like that's basically how fast somebody would speak if they were speaking Portuguese in like a regular setting, you know? A lot of the time the ands, the A's, the E's, right? E, fucking whatever it is, however you pronounce it, they blend in, you know? I think it was homem e uma maçã, which is a man and an apple, but
Homem e uma maçã.
yeah.
Homem e uma maçã.
I drink water. Bebo. Select the matching pairs. Boy. Menino.
Menino.
Man,
Homem.
woman, mulher.
Mulher.
Ah. Or,
Um.
no, a is I said I'm in Portuguese mode right now, guys. Eu. Which one of these is bread?
O pão.
O pão. O pão. I eat bread and I eat milk. Eu como
como
pão
pão
e
e
yeah, you see they don't have an extra eu. So because of that, I'm going to have to go
bebo
that not using the eu.
leite.
Oh, excuse me.
Bebo leite.
And you see here
Bebo.
they are again. Here they are again. It's I drink milk. A boy. Menino. The car. O carro.
O carro.
O carro.
Eu sou uma mulher.
I am a bitch. I am a woman. Alright, we done did it. We done did it. I think we'll do one Irish, right? Like literally one Irish thing, and then we'll call it a night. Oh, I'm number 12. I'm number 12. There we go. There we go. All right, time for some Irish. All right, place an order at a cafe. I thought I already did this one though. I could have swore I already did this one. Whatever.
Açúcar.
Sugar.
Té.
Tea.
Leather hull.
Please.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Té. Té.
Tea. Oh, tea. Duh. Hey, let's just reverse the two vowels and we'll call it our own language.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Leather hull.
Please.
Tea.
Tea. And then shukra.
Shukra.
Or
Tea.
sugar. Tea. Tea. Coffee and sugar. Cafe
Café.
la shukra.
Açúcar.
Le. Okay, le.
Açúcar.
Cafe la shukra. Oh, fuck. You see, le is literally with. When I see what happened is I read this and I automatically went to what I would ask for at a cafe, which would be, oh, like, I'll have coffee with sugar, please. I'm not gonna think coffee and sugar because in like I'm not saying this is like an Irish thing that like they purposefully did this to throw me for a loop, right? Fucking it's coffee agus shukra or cafe agus shukra, right? For and but if you want coffee with tea, it would be cafe la shukra, right? And like it's just a weird thing they do where like they kind of mess with the way that your brain would naturally flow with words and stuff like that, and they do that on purpose to try and make sure you're actually paying attention and not just fucking like coasting through this shit. So
Shukra.
screwed that one up a little bit. Sugar. Coffee and tea. You see coffee and tea, all right? Not that you would have coffee with tea in it, right? But still. Cafe, agus, tea.
Tea.
Sugar. Sucre. Oh, it's with an A. Okay, with an A. Yep. You see, spelling is what's gonna fuck me. When they expect me to really start spelling stuff, the spelling is gonna fuck me hard, dude. It's crazy. Coffee le hull. Or cafe le hull.
Coffee.
Le do hull.
Hull.
Alright. Tea, please. Tea.
Té. Leather hull.
Again. Tea, please. Coffee and sugar. Sucre.
Tea agus coffee.
Cafe. Tea and sugar. Sucre.
Coffee agus tea.
Cafe. Agus tea. Coffee and sugar. Coffee and tea. Excuse me. Coffee and tea. Coffee and tea. I was thinking like they keep doing sugar. They keep doing sugar. That's weird. Write this in Irish. All right. So, cafe
Cafe.
agus shukra.
Shukra.
All right. There we go. There we go. What you got there? Oh, fruit. I'm not interested then. Fuck you, baby. Oh wow, well, oh boy, I'm at 11.
Get more with Super
I gotta
Duolingo.
fuck out of here. Eat shit. Eat shit. Get out of my face. All right, we're gonna do. I don't know. All right.
Tea.
Tea.
Ishka.
Ishka. Water.
Yidich.
Ditch. Hello.
Banya.
Banya. Milk. All right. Milk. Banya.
Banya.
Select the matching pairs.
Cafe.
Coffee.
Ledahol.
Let a hull, please.
Shukra.
Sugar.
Diadits.
Ditch. Water. Ishka.
Ishka.
Ditch. Te. Let a hull.
Diadich. Cafe ledahol.
Hello. Coffee, please. Water with lemon. I see. Limod. Fucking ishka.
Ishka.
Limod.
Limods.
Limod.
Limods agus shukra.
Lemon with sugar. I wonder what it would be like if you ate a whole lemon but threw sugar on it. I wonder how that would taste. This is an interesting thought now. I have to do this. But, all right, we know what the Friday stream is gonna be. Limod agus shukra, lemon and sugar.
Diadich. Te ledahol.
Oh, le the hall.
Tea le limods.
Tea with lemon.
Cafa agus banya. Ledahol.
Kaffa.
Cafa agus banya.
Cafa?
Ledahol.
I'm definitely spelling it wrong. I forget if there's an I here. I think there might be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's an I. It's Bainne. Yep. Water with lemon. Leo mud. Okay. So it's with those. All right. Okay. Again, when it comes time to spell the stuff, I'm fucked. It ain't happening. It ain't working. All right. Coffee and milk, please. Cafe, agus, banya, le, do, hol. Sweet. Water and milk, please. Ushka, agus, jeez, banya, le, do, hol. Tea with milk. Te, le, banya. Banny. Banya. Te la banya. Alright. This one was a perfect one. Because I paid attention to every little thing, you know? Yeah. Get it, dude. Yeah, I think we'll call it here. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for showing up today. I appreciate it. Okay. I don't have anything extra special planned for Friday. But I will see if I can throw something together at the last second. Honestly, like I've just been so busy dealing with everything I've been dealing with. And then also trying to make sure I'm putting in work towards like a couple of different things that I haven't had a ton of time to consider what I could do for Friday streams or anything like that. But yeah, I'd like to have the Friday streams be special, be nice and special. Maybe we'll do a silent stream. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a silent stream. After the last one, I'm a little bit nervous because I thought I was having a fucking stroke. I think I drank some alcohol. I think I drank too much alcohol too quick, and it just kind of fucked with me a little bit. But fuck it. We'll probably do a silent stream. If you don't know what a silent stream is, okay, I'll explain that before I go. The idea of a silent stream is that I come on and for an hour, I am not allowed to talk. I am not allowed to laugh. Okay, I can breathe. I can try and keep myself from laughing, like when you're like, when you're like that. But I cannot laugh. I cannot speak. I cannot, otherwise talk. And what happens is you send in super chats with links, preferably Streamlabs, tips with links to videos, pictures, other things like that. They have to be copyright and terms of service friendly. Okay, obviously, right? And if I laugh because of them, or if I make any other kind of noise, if I speak or whatever, if you get me to make a legitimate noise, you get half of whatever the pot is currently. So if I have, and I'm not saying I'm gonna have $100 in the pot, but if there's $100 in the pot, right, and somebody sends something in and they make me laugh, they get $50. Okay, if there's $50 in the pot, somebody makes me laugh, they get $25, right, etc., etc. Excuse me. This will be the third one that we do, the third one, and I am on a two stream unbeaten streak. I have not laughed or made any noise in 2 streams. Okay. So if you're gonna do it, definitely bring your A game, because I think it's clear by now that it's not gonna be easy to make me laugh. All right, I can laugh and I will laugh. If you watch the first one that happened, I almost absolutely lost it at something Nick Rochefort was saying in an old MDE clip. You can actually see that. But like it's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be easy. So strategize. Think about what will actually make me laugh, and go for that if you're gonna do it. Right? Other than that, there's gonna be little challenges and stuff like that. Like, I'll do shots or something like that if you send in like $10 or something. A situation like that. But I'm gonna have to be very careful about how I do it though, because I think the last time, right, after the stream, right, after the stream, no, not after the stream, but I did a what did I do? Oh yeah, like I did it for an hour, and then after the hour, I just turned it into a regular old chill stream, right? And like I started going blind in one eye, and I started freaking out. It's on the stream. You can see it. It's on the stream. And I think it's because I drank too much alcohol too quick. I think that's probably what it was. I had 4 or 5 shots in less than an hour. So I'm going to have to find a way to make that on the safer side, I guess. Maybe not have the option for so many shots. Maybe make it like 2 shots or something like that. 2-shot maximum or something like that, And then I'll take one in the beginning, so it'll be a 3-shot maximum, but one of them will be free. I'll give you guys a free one just to do it. But bottom line, we're adding mechanics to that game, okay? And it's going to be a good time, right? The last 2 were a good time. I think you guys will enjoy it. And it's a chance for you to win a little bit of money too, But yo, Scott, CK just doxed your girl Haley. Where? On Twitter? On fucking Twitter? And I mean, like, her info was out already. Her info was out already. It's fun. It's funny to see people who are mad fake. It's funny to see people who are mad fake. I'm looking at a tweet right now by somebody who was spreading some rumors about me, and they were also talking about this other person that I'm looking at right now. And they were talking to me about this person, and they were talking all about how they're all fucked up, and you know they don't personally like them and stuff like that, and now they're being real cutesy about it. I won't tell you who. I won't tell you who the fake person is, and I won't tell you who the person who I won't tell you who the person who is the target of the fakeness is, just because you know I won't bother. But fuck, what's her thing? What's her thing? I'm not gonna show it on stream for obvious reasons. That is not what I would ever that is I would never actually like, you know, I would never do that thing. Um hmm. um sorry, I'm CK. Oh no, wait, it's like yes. Sorry, I'm just checking something here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty fucking weird, you know? Uh yeah, this is just like a weird this is just like a weird fucking thing, you know? I have I have hey man, I have no clue. I have no clue what the fucking deal is, you know? These fish tank women are just like you know, these fish tank women are just like fucked up, and you really like look like don't get me wrong, like you know, don't get me wrong, like you know, Taylor, cool chick, I like her. You know, Trish, like her, you know. There's plenty of women that have been on Fish Tank that it's like, no, they're actually really cool, but like the ones that are clearly fucked up, you should just like, you know, not deal with. But of course, that's what a lot of people in the fan base like, is they like to see fucked up shit. And yeah, so there's that. No clue what the hell's going on, but hey, is is what it is. It most certainly is what it is. Yeah, so good luck to everybody involved. Maybe not so much CK. Hopefully she gets the help she needs, but other than that, you know, she needs to fuck off with what she's doing. Um, I will go ahead and head out. I will catch you guys on Friday. Peace out.